Right behind me, you guys, is Pacific Coast Highway, PCH, Highway 101 here in Southern California. And the goal today is to take you on a little adventure, something different, something I like to explore. I like to discover things. I like to look around and say, hey, what's that? What's over there? What's behind that thing? And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take a little walk down PCH, down to the beach to find something that is known as Pirate Tower at Victoria Beach. There's PCH and Sunset Terrace. We're gonna go up this, look at that. You can see the ocean right over that horizon. We're gonna walk down this road and find some stairs. Pretty magical, actually. We're nearly at the bottom of Sunset Terrace, but I wanted to stop here to look at this. Okay, first of all, the view. I mean, good heavens. But look at way over there. Is that a, I guess people can go down there.
It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. How do you say no to this? So as you get to the bottom here, you're gonna take those white stairs that are right in front of us down to the beach. Actually, I think there's two sets of stairs. Unbelievable. To think that somebody actually lives here. Like this is where, do you just come home every day and say, I can't believe I live here?
This is Victoria Beach.
So that's where we're going. No dogs, no surfing, no scuba diving, no diving or swimming. No marine reserves allowed, no smoking, no drones, no littering, camping, fires, alcohol, or glass.
So this is pretty much like a private beach.
So we're good because we have just humans and phone and cameras. Another set of stairs, and then we're almost at the beach. Just another quick reminder, no drones. Oh my gosh, it keeps, oh, look at how wonderful this is. Is she digging? There's our little girl right there. Hi, honey. You having fun? You get your little bonnet on? There's the beach. Okay, that's a dog. So we've reached the beach. It is already perfectly lovely. I would imagine this gets quite crowded as the day. It's very early. We got here early so that we don't encounter too many people.
And it's really hot today.
And it's warm, yeah. So it's like what, 8 a.m.? We're not there yet, but I can't stop shooting this view. I just keep stopping, and I want to take a look at this. Oh my God, it's so great. Okay, right past this outcropping right here, you can see kind of it looks like a pool. That's how you know you found what you're looking for. It's right near that pool. But before we get there, I mean, the whole thing is just breathtaking. There's my wife and my daughter taking lovely photos of the surroundings. It's steamy down here. I don't know if it's coming through the lens, but it's really steamy down here. It's actually quite sweaty. I was expecting it to be cooler, but there was a fog layer this morning, which is surprising in the middle of July. I mean, you're kidding, right? Right around this corner of this outcropping is this place. Somebody lives here, and they come home every day to this place. They go to the grocery store, they get their bagels, and then they come home and they cook their bagels in a toaster in that kitchen somewhere. What a life. Oh. And that, you guys, is what we're looking for. That is what's known here in Laguna and Victoria Beach as Pirate Tower. And like, I just can't believe that this thing even exists. I've lived in this county all my life, 50 years. I used to live in Dana Point even. And I had never heard of this place until recently because Liz and I were talking on our way to Palm Springs. I'm like, I want to look for stuff. I want to do some adventuring and do some exploring. And this was like one of the first things that came up in our search was Pirate Tower at Laguna Beach. And you can see it's quite a popular thing. It's like I said, it's just after 8 a.m. and there's already people coming down to take pictures. They're here exclusively to see this tower.
So, what's the story?
With Pirate Tower? Well, okay, so it was built in 1926 by a senator, a California senator. Okay. This is his summer home, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And he built it in 1926. And he wanted to have a, kind of a clever, easy way to get down from his house to the beach. You can see there are other Like this one right here, they built a little staircase that actually functions still, I think, from their house. But he built, okay, so it was built in 1926, and it was just his summer home, and that actually functioned as a way down for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess it's like a spiral staircase inside.
Oh my god.
But that's not, the pirate tower part of the story doesn't begin until 1940, when he sold the home. He sold the home to somebody else, a guy named Harold Kendrick. And he was a pirate guy. He liked pirate history, pirate lore. He liked, you know, that was his thing. That was his hobby as a retiree. So what he would do is he would hide treasure in the tower for local kids to try to find coins,
Oh my God,
like little,
that is so cool.
yeah. So kids, if they wanted to, like, you know, if they needed money for a treat or something like that, they would go into the tower and try to find. He would hide them in like little crevices inside the tower. He wouldn't make it obvious, and then they would go in there and try to find and that's what. And then he would come down sometimes and wear like a pirate outfit and tell pirate stories and to do little games, pirate themed games for the kids.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it really is adorable. Now, you know what? I'm gonna try to get a closer look.
Careful.
There again, you can see some of the other options that people have built to get down from their multi-million-dollar homes up there on the actual cliff. But here's another view of the pirate tower. You can see the little windows that they sort of etched into the tower itself. It all looks so very handmade, which is just perfect. And there's an actual door here. If I come around, I believe. Look at these little steps. It's like being at Disneyland, how small they made this. There's the door. Oh my God, it's so fantastic. It's locked, you can't get in there anymore, but you can kind of see the metal staircase inside. And there's a folding chair in there. That's fascinating. I was just now getting some B-roll, and there's constant water dripping down. So I don't know if you can pick that up. You guys, I don't know if it's just, oh, it just hit the camera. Even better, depending on when you get here, if you can enjoy not only the sights of the Pirate Tower, but these little tide pools here, which are really neat. It's all about the tide, really, because you have to get here early enough, because this will come all the way up to where Liz is there now, and you won't be able to access the tower, at least get up to it, unless you're here where it's low tide. But usually they say it's, you know, you have a good 4 or 5 hours at least in the morning to do that, probably more. You guys see that critter right there? See guys, little crawlies? And see them anemones? It's kind of too bad. I would love to be able to get out all the way to that little island out there where the seagulls are, but I feel like that's an impossible walk, even at low tide. which it is now. I don't know if it gets lower from here or not, but even at low tide, you're walking over all that stuff right there, stuff just like that, I think. But that would be pretty cool to be able to walk out there, because you can't really swim on this beach. This is a sitting beach only, I think. But I mean, what a view to enjoy, am I right? And by the way, I mentioned a minute ago that that circular pool-like area was kind of your indicator as you come around the corner that you've arrived at Pirate Tower. That was also built, I understand, by the same people who built the house or the tower here. And initially it was intended to be a natural pool. You know, they built it up, the stonework there, and then during high tide, the tide would come in and fill it up with water, with seawater, and it would be like a natural pool. But it doesn't really function like that anymore because it's so full of sand. You can see the high points are still, they still function, I would guess, you know, at the high end. But it's actually kind of level. I'm standing on the inner part of the rim of the circle. You can see some of the stonework still there. But rather than being filled with water, it's filled with sand, because the tide will bring in the sand, I'm sure. So it functioned for a little while, but not for very long. And now I very much want to go out onto that island. Liz and Sophia were doing a little rock hunting, and she said she found some
they're all
fossils.
Over here. Yeah.
Look at that. Do you see that? That's a fossil. I don't know, I mean, I don't know how old that would be, but it is, that's what a fossil is something that gets sort of embedded into the earth like that.
And these white rocks, they're definitely like, oh yeah, they're all over there too, but that's something that I want to take out.
Yeah, what is that? What kind of rock is that?
It's gorgeous.
You rockites out there. I want to talk to rockites, and I want to hear from fossilizer guys.
Yeah, we got sea anemones.
About what those are.
Live mussel.
God, you guys see this crab?
Really?
Oh, he's cool.
Oh.
Do you see him?
Well, oh yeah, dude. Oh, he's so cute.
Liz is taking a dip in the pool. How's the water?
So cool.
It's it's
Oh, look
refreshing.
at the sea star and all the mussels.
Yeah, there's a lot of mussels, that's for sure. Looks like the fog is lifted. It's getting really steamy out here. Well, I've got as far out as I can on the island. I thought you might be able to cross right here, which you might be able to if the tide were lower, but I don't think, again, like I said before, I don't think it gets any lower than this, or much lower. Low enough anyway to get across to Seagull Island. You see the seagulls, baby? Huh? Hi.
There's a pelican out there. There's a kiwi right there.
A kiwi?
I think that's what they're called.
Oh,
Or no,
that.
no, a sandpiper.
Yeah, that's a sandpiper.
Yeah, out there it's a pelican. Kiwis are in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, have I noticed that there are no seashells?
No, normally you do find seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, and I want one for my
Do you think that she sells them?
Shelly?
Yeah,
Sally?
Shelly sells Shelly sells.
She sells at the seashore.
Yeah, you nailed it. By the way, this view gives us a good perspective, or something of a perspective of where to which tower or which house that tower belongs. At first I thought it might be the White House, but I think
someone actually owns that tower?
Yeah, well, whoever owns the house owns the tower.
Wow.
So, but this one here, this white one, belongs to that house. Not the White House, but the one to the left of it.
Oh, okay.
Because you can see how it leads up to there.
Yeah.
And there's stairs going up. Golly. See where the cypress-looking tree? I don't know if that's a cypress or not. But the stairs lead up just through that tree. Can you imagine that being your walk down to the beach? Every morning to have your morning coffee on the beach with your bagel that you toasted in your
definitely living the dream, I must say.
multi-million-dollar kitchen. Now it could be that one just over that ridge right there. That looks like it might be connected. Yeah. Now somebody said, by the way, that the house was resold later to Bette Midler.
Oh,
but
wow.
Somebody refuted that. I'm not sure which is true. That it was she owns a house maybe next door, or one of the neighboring houses where she owned it in the 90s. But that's as far as I could learn. I think we should sell our house in Tustin so we could buy this house. I think we made a mistake. I think we should have bought this house.
We might wake up to mountains and palm trees one day in the desert.
You don't want to live in Snow White's cottage on the beach?
No, I mean I totally do, but let's be realistic. This is millions of dollars. Look at you! You're so little! Look at Sophia! I've never seen such a small crab before!
Is it crab season?
And there's so many! Oh, there's so many! Look at, they're just all over the place!
And then finally, the way we came in, right around that cliff right there is the way up to the left of that, but then on the opposite direction, you have some, lovely, proper beach with waves crashing ashore, and again, beautiful views of the homes. I just love to look at homes on the cliffs like that. It just impresses me so much that they're able to do that, and that's somebody's life. Wow. And we're only, 20 minutes away from this?
Well, we'll definitely come back and do a proper beach day.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because, well, not that, but on our way here, to get here, there's all kinds of stuff that we can look at and enjoy. Laguna is wonderful.
I love Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach, not just the beach, but the actual, just the city around it and all the little quaint shops and restaurants, the things that we could try. I think it would be lovely to try some of the trails.
Yeah, let's just do all of Laguna Beach segments.
Yeah. And it looks like, by the way, you had asked, I don't have zoom on this camera, so I can't zoom in, but it looks like there's people out there. Are those people?
Yes. It looks like...
Maybe bike? Are they... It looks like they're on some kind of tour. But I would like to see what that is down there. Did you have fun, baby?
I did. This is really, 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 really exciting.
This is kind of a cool adventure. I'm glad we came early though, because it's only 9:30 right now, and it's already getting to be too much. There's already people congregating around the tower. It's getting hot and sweaty.
And Sophie's getting fussy.
Sophie's getting fussy. But guys, come down here, park on PCH, walk to Sunset Terrace, go down the hill on Sunset Terrace until it dead ends with Victoria. You'll see the white staircase at the bottom, and then follow the staircase down. Come in the morning if you can, because that's when it's low tide, and that's also when it's less crowded and you can kind of enjoy yourself and have some fun, guys. This is really neat. It's a cool thing to do. Take some pictures. We saw a lot of folks taking some really cool pictures in front of the tower. But this was lovely.
Enjoyed it very much.
Had a great time.
Yay!
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye. One of these days, I'd like to find a way to drive up that hill and see what the view looks like from up there. God darn, Laguna. You're amazing.